Onwards. We have work to do.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I... The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Time's eternal. Illusion shattered!
Quiet. Let's light it up! Take it easy.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Game's up. Boom! Visible evidence! it easy. Everybody stand back! Let's move. Here comes the catch. Busted. Motion to compel.
You want this?
I'll
Take my
Take it easy. Take it easy.
To Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the god of... But... Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to the... Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some... Wait a second. Look! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than want... Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have... Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions. Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us.
Easy money.
She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Let's go take a closer look. Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but, it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she? What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again? It looks like she's meditating or something. If we bother her now, she probably wouldn't let us off very lightly. Oh! What a lovely smell! It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to go. Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel... Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now? Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... good question. Where are we? Paimon was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is. This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While in hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one. Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari. Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that if you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell, okay? Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right. Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon, what's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't... Oh, Paimon gets it now. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to but it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
All right, next let's see. Right hand. Yes. Not, but please remember that you still need to be careful.
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tighnari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but,
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual. Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. No problems with this lamp. Good. The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean... Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful... To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Siristana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment. But if you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and... sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
Ah, so that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really, I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you...
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Dendro... So that's why you're here.
Don't mention it. We are friends after... Alright.
You both have my thanks. Well, you two were up there cleaning.
Looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? You might be right. The statue does look kinda old. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the topping. Nice work. That's one clean statue. Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. Yay! Food! What kind of goodies did you... Hey! Don't be a party pooper! It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. What? No! You dropped it on the ground! Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine. Oh. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there. Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep. You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers. So you... Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe someone as diligent as... Oh, clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them too. Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the Academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher, helping the locals every day and passing on his knowledge to trainees. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried... Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way he...
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why, is he going to die?
Hey! Don't laugh! Hey! Now even Kali Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just...
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. I'm sorry. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharville. I think Master and the others should be back by...
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
Take it easy. Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back.
Oh, Kale?
Oh, okay.
I think I'll stay.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari, what are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some...
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep. All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you're already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid All right. Now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Hey, Minari, where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville. You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Okay then. You Tipai, never bring up the topic of flowers with Trina.
Quietly now. Motion to compel.
Propagate!
Teamwork is dreamwork.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Take it easy.
Alright, we gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey Tainari, we found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we...
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off? Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Tainari, what?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the Withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't...
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location, and then only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the Withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close. Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is... Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the Withering. All right, Traveler. We're going to have to enter that Withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the Withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved. Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing, after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the Withering Zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the Withering Zone.
Wrath of the flame! Incinerate! Busted! Take it easy. Motion to compel. Take it easy. Take it easy. Busted. Going in! Ha! Incinerate! Ha! Things are about to get dicey. Motion to compel. Time for more Raymond.
Propagate!
Incinerate! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's... Motion to compel! Gotcha. Quietly now.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor. Propagate!
Busted. I'm going in. Let's light it up. Motion to compare.
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now!
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have—
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The Withering is For instance, even though we cleared out the Withering Zone, this presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, and most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering—
Huh? Well, why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received— No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depth— By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. You can basically think of it as a large— I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep— Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge. And the Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's—
Take it easy. Yeah.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care of. Huh. Wait, is that— Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How come—
Let me see what's written in the letter first. Oh.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Huh?
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you, she must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey...
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the Traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny insect?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? But, wait!
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsol. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation...
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us?
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time... Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have. No. I should be the one thanking you.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy outside?
So hungry.
Huh? How'd things out here? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh. This place is huge! I'm on you there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Germinate!
more! Why do they never miss? Busted.
Scatter!
Boom! Things are about to get done. Time for your arraignment! Motion to compel!
What is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good. Traveler. The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do?
Strange place. Clotting.
Spring forth!
Everybody stand back! Quietly. Boom! Here comes the cat. Let's light it up! Going in! Breath of the flame! Motion to compel!
managed to avert countless crises before. Your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Oh, pitiful. Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence, the bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey, but don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
What do we do? Oh, there she is! Quick!
So sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better... Whoa! Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying...
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought...
Well, actually, we were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was...
Oh, really? I seem to understand now.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So, you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we...
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was... And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came, I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never... Yes, no doubt about that. By the... Sorry about that.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, alright, we're out, Traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet...
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations.
Box that Tainari gave us since we already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing.
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy... Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spirit-born eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the Academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without...
So why does this incense allow people to connect to...
The ingredients used to make Spirit-born eel primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of...
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory... Taking in any sense similar to the ingredients of Spirit-born eel would... Not to worry, though. It appears you've already... Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using...
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa, you're really serious.
I am. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in, which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility.
Whoa, so knowledge from Irminsul can be...
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the... But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself. And they have...
What's so strange about that? It doesn't...
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Huh. Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, But that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, it was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw back then. I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say... World, forget me. If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin if you two are ever in the area again, please be... There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright, and had the chance to ask her...
Heading out, I see? If there's anything else you'd ever like to ask about, take care.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul.
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of some...
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would...
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this...
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project. but I had to refuse on account of all my response. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have... How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the academia that utilizes the legacy of greater... Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the academia's expertise.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! That's right. Tainari, we have something important...
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk... She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go!
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
I've been waiting for you to...
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be and, I'm sorry. I should have... But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for...
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be... We're probably still gonna worry about your condition.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Oh? What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little...
Yay! Thanks, Kale.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time. Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharva. I hope you have a safe trip to Sumeru City and get to meet the Dendro Archon there. I'm much better now, even though I'm not quite ready to help Master. Oh, and Traveler, if you ever see Amber again, Amber knows about my case of Elazar and what's happened. I guess I just don't want her to worry.
All right,
I hope you have a safe trip to Sumeru City and get to meet the Dendro. See you later. Be sure to come back often.
One way to draw your target out of hiding. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Just make-believe characters.
Sumeru City! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city...
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a... Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, as long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was...
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the might...
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet lesser... May the mighty God... Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam!
Exactly. That is the power. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Oh, come on! Focusing on this question feels like when... Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea! But what are you going to ask it? You too? Huh. Could it be... Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. It feels like... Well, seems no matter which way we try, He's from Sumeru, and even has a Let's see. Hanari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home.
How can my own brother say something like that about me? It's plain hurtful.
Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Kainari sent us...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month...
Here, this is a...
Oh, let me see. Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanagi.
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? Sorry,
What? You too? But what about your...
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors.
Aw, but then what can...
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not in this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But I know...
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between... Hey, come on! This is a survival skill at the academia.
Oh, so what do we do now? Even if we want... Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network. Let's...
Astra Abyssosque. Hello, Traveler and Pod.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha.
Aww, another dead end.
Please do not worry. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. They take on various contracts and work all across an Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of
Corps of 30?
Supposedly, they are named Asfant, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can You're welcome. I wish you...
Alright,
Add Ash...
Cole!
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for Ad Astra.
Once, there was a glorious kingdom.
head here first, then make our way over to there? There's a lot of writing.
This world is full of...
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you to.
It's nice to meet you, Osfond.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who's... Ha! It's true that the Eremites network...
Wait, seriously?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested.
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens... Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance.
Really? Oh.
Ha! But who knows? We're all...
All right. Well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the adventure.
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person, and isn't...
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad.
Whoa, really?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon. Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests, and in despair he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay,
and then the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he met, at that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar. Oh, Archon Seeker, do you now understand? Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every...
Yeah, thanks for the story! Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy.
In a way. It seems like this story is also...
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali...
Of course. It's... I'm terribly sorry, but it's...
someone. This stinks! We found... Let's see if we can...
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long...
Did she have...
Yes, that's her.
Yeah, she went... that way.
Quick, after her!
That should keep him busy for a while.
The sight of shiny jewels always brightens my...
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by...
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now.
Really? Thank you. Uh-oh. Looks like there's...
Huh? More of that...
No, wait, my body isn't... Okay, sounds good.
All right, let's move out.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait! Stand down, Dia!
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not—
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want—
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go— That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but and knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, and I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality, and every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me, because she saved me. The love I have for— This is my life, and my last chance.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your...
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was... Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to... So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached...
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look tough.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind...
Sure! After you rest up, we will...
Well, if it isn't Dia, haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it, huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try something fancy, but we aren't exactly loaded. Guess Paimon will settle for something ordinary.
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know. Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Huh? Who are you? How do I explain? explain this. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder. That you hate taking medicine. Wow, you really do. Dinner, Zod. What? Not really. Huh? But... oh... Then...
After that, the voice said, okay. Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zero.
What's the sub-
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any funding. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of...
Aww, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu? The one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed...
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much Mora prepared. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much. Even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
But of course! Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got... Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's...
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends.
So you're followers from another land? Oh, really? Well, that's okay. You're still invited to the Sabzeruz. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular. Thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was... We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad, but the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sabzeruz, the most important performance.
Dunyarzad, have you told him the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and...
Okay. Then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to... According to legend, the Sabzeruz festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friend... Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing. So the goddess, as she danced upon the grass, those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment." Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods, although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the Divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that...
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered Patisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Patisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful...
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance me... If my stage were anything like that... I'd be thrilled if I had just two real bodies. So, Traveler and...
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a...
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Of course Paimon wants to watch. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
So how about we all attend the Sabzeruz festival together?
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler, everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking for...
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find. I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year, and don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some and when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers...
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do you... Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do.
Dancing as a child. I even asked my grandmother what my grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. The Sabzeruz festival has been losing its appeal over the years.
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz.
Wow, did you?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that crown over there. Would you like...
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that. Dunyarzad!
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like... Catherine! Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon!
Whoa! Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon...
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the adventure, but saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across Tevat to enrich...
Well, we enjoy traveling across Tevat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about...
Yes, you should keep searching.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm...
All right, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way...
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the...
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia. What?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up.
Are you serious? We'd love that.
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regza.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get over to the Citadel.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for... Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she...
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia.
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blush.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has... Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here? And well...
I take it you all know each other?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild point...
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out.
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses. Since you've already...
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with...
I suppose that's one way to look at it. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing...
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know.
If you're also interested.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the...
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been...
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandon their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Osfond! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that. Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival. It's been a while since I visited the Citadel of Regzar. I'll catch up with Chief for a bit before I head back. Remember, to get to Port Ormos, just follow the rivers. Just be sure to take care of yourselves out there. We'll meet again at...
Gotcha.
Things are about to get dicey. Busted.